this committee that there is no material misstatement. Where is unadjusted store and asset register or statement for this committee? If you have it, hand it over to the chair to be on record.
Can you, please?
Heavenly, download now.
I will not say no to receiving it. But then, how will I depend on that information and forget the accounts that you signed? The accounts that were verified by the Accountant General? How do you expect me to move, Madam PS? You have this that you submitted to the Accountant General, you submitted to the Auditor General, you submitted it to Parliament, and now there is more information outside this. Why don't we just appreciate? We will receive it, but we can appreciate the mistakes were done, and we move and we see. Yes.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I am seeing the accounting office also in a situation of distress. And the accountants who are supporting her are pushing something below her throat. Because by the time you get the accounting officer to append her signature or his signature, it means you've verified everything and it stands the test of time. You are aware that the accounting officer has much to do and she trusts you in preparing this. And again, remember that there was an entry meeting. Remember, a management letter was generated. Maybe if it pleases you, Chair, we would request for that, for the management letter to actually now confirm even what the auditors are saying, if indeed they interacted with these matters. And of course, I would have expected you, the technical team supporting the accounting officer, in the exit meeting to have disposed of these variances that are here. It really becomes very, very disturbing for us. We are not auditors. Now, what the accounting officer, through you, will submit, will need again scrutiny by the technical people. So I think next time, giving time would not be bad, because figures will not lie us. It would be prudent to say, let's give you time to submit. But already I don't see something new that will come from what has been seen here.
Thank you. My friend from Kasset, James, I'm coming to you. Honorable, I think you're done with your queries. Honorable Masaba, are you done or there's something missing?
No, Chair, I'm done and we can proceed.
Okay, so let me have you the microphone.
Chair, you have guided properly.
Yeah.
Where there are financial statements and the accounting officers appended her signature. In the process of examining these financial statements, you find inconsistencies in the figures. The starting point is that it's what is authentic to us. If I was the accounting officer, I would apologize for that inconsistency first. Then after, these additional explanations that can guide our decision in making a conclusion, whether this was deliberate, whether it ended up causing financial loss, those additional statements would aid our decision making. That would be understood. Thereafter, financial statements audited, authenticated by the accounting officer, inconsistency in the figures. That one, if I was the accounting officer, I would just say sorry for this, and it all goes to the accounting, to the finance department. You even have internal audit department could not look at these inconsistencies. The auditor general could not highlight it among areas of matters of emphasis, and we are here the ones showing you that there are inconsistencies. You have guided properly. I don't know why the accounting officer is not taking that guidance.
Please, accounting officer, I think Honorable has given a very passionate appeal.
So, yes, Honorable Chair, we do appreciate the committee's guidance, and we commit to do better. And yes, I apologize for the inconsistencies, and we'll work to clarify.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Chair, as the accountant provides details on top of the other 20 billion variance, I would want to get details of the. Just a minute. I would want to get the details of the new outstanding commitments incurred during the year of 71 billion on PPE, property, plant, and equipment.
And that you acquired it on credit?
Head accounts.
You had no money for it. You acquired it on credit. Isn't that committing government?
Yeah, I wanted to just first clarify something which he said before going to this. The 20 million, the 20 billion he's talking about, we already highlighted the 7 billion, which was done on the two series. And then there's also another 13.3. You can see it on page 124, which actually comes up that figure that you are talking about, the 20 billion. Page from 124. So when you do that, you actually see the figure that you are talking about of the 20 billion.
The challenge is on the reporting.
124, and the item is what?
No, there is a 13.3 billion here.
On the two series.
I'm seeing the 13.
To page 124 of the report.
Behind the no, where you are?
The total figure.
The 13 billion I'm seeing is Uganda Revenue Authority repayment of URA as a result. Is that the?
Yeah.
Is there another 13?
No. It's a combination of it's a total of various payments.
But these details are not for fixed assets.
These are not for fixed assets, sir.
Chair. One accountant, we are about to put you on oath. First, go back to page 20. Go back to page 20, accountant.
So
the figure you're talking about is 13 billion 325 million 922 873 shillings, isn't it? First, go back to page 20 of the accounts. That is the cash flow statement. Chair, I don't know if we have CID here, because where we are going, the accountant
where is our CID?
Is taking us to be fools. Are you on
You
page
around?
20 cash flow statement? So don't account for that 20 billion, it doesn't fall there. You look at other advance and prepayments paid. 13 billion 325 million 922 872. That is where it falls, not the other side.
So you want to lie to my committee, sir?
Don't begin lying to us here.
The details are advances,
it's the same
not fixed
exact
assets.
figure.
Madam PS, what do we do to your accountant? Because now he has gone a step.
Is now trying
to
get us off
senior
this
6
matter.
members.
Chair, like I said, please we request that we put all these
No,
figures.
I first withdraw your justification.
I withdraw it.
You're withdrawing
I
it.
withdraw it.
Okay.
And next time, we are still together. Please don't come to us here lying. You know, we are a team. We may be senior 6, but we are a team. If I don't see it, Alan will see it. If Alan doesn't see it, Hope Grania will see it. We are a team. So when you come here and think that you're going just to lie and pass away with it, it is not going to work. It is not going to work. So please don't try that again going forward. Come out with your accounts clearly, and you move and explain them than try to convince these members. I think we are going to hold you by that on matters of that. Now let's go to other audit queries. Honorable James? Other audit queries?
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Masaba. If it was on a different day, I would have asked members to clap for you. Thank you, we appreciate it. Then let's have Honorable James.
Mr. Chair, thank you so much, and I may say that really you are a good chair.
Thank you.
And the accounting officer really should appreciate a lot. Mr. Chair, I want to request that we go to page 23. No, this
Honorable
is
James, page what?
page 23.
Of the Auditor General's report.
Yes.
28.
Um, $2.216. The outstanding main loss sharing deposits. Mr. Chair, I'm an advocate of the local development, and that's where I took my effort. Mr. Chair, the accounting officer, it is your duty to use the available laws governing this industry to make sure we don't lose for the government, for the local communities, and the local governments. We have a law which guides the loyalty sharing. My concern, Mr. Chair, is that government will receive the money for loyalties, but you only chose not to give it according to the law. Can you give us the reasons why?
Honorable Chair and Honorable Kaberuka and the members, I will request that we go to our responses on page 32. We keep flipping.
Page
32. 32. Yes, so this particular matter, and yes indeed, there is a law governing mineral sharing deposits. This particular matter concerns specific districts, Kamwenge and Kitagwenda. For some time we had issues on the boundary of the two districts contesting on the boundary, but we worked and we agreed on how they share these mineral royalties. So for the outstanding balance of about 1.44 billion, by the end of the financial year, this we had processed and disbursed. We are happy to provide that particular evidence, and we are working to remit the remaining.
Submit the evidence to the chair.
Chair, we are going to submit that evidence.
No, when you say we are happy to submit, it implies that you have it.
We'll extract the remittance to the district's chair. But it's important to note that we deal with mineral dealers, the license holders. We work with them to ensure that we are able to continue remitting these royalties. So we continue to work with the number of mineral dealers to ensure we are disbursing. We work with them to identify some of the beneficiaries. And for those particular balances, we are working with them to know who are these beneficiaries, and we will remit these balances.
Which mineral comes from Kamwenge?
In Kamwenge, we have a bit of gold, and sometimes we do have some limestone there.
And which mineral comes from Chitagwenda?
Chitagwenda, they share similar minerals.
Okay, we need a list. You know why? Honorable colleagues, the law provides for mineral sharing between the districts and the sub-counties
and the owners of land.
And owners of land. So this is not something we are going to wait about. We need to know which districts have shared the 8.5. Is it 8.5?
The 8.3.
8.3
the 85%.
8.3 billion. I come from Kasanda, where we have very huge deposits for gold, and Mubende. We want to know how much, just to give that as an example, how much went to Kasanda district. If you had a schedule, I would be just looking to know
actually
that these mineral royalties went here.
Chair.
Can you provide that list?
Chair, she's audible enough, and she has said that this matter was concerning two districts of Kamwenge
majorly
and Chitagwenda. Now, which means it implies that other districts in Uganda are not concerned. But in Kanungu, where I come from, we have minerals, we have iron ore. In Chigezi, Greater Chigezi, Kabale, Rubanda, they are ferring iron ore. In the Kalamoja, a lot.
Miercuri și joi ai 1+1 la KFC, la Twister sau 5 strips. La așa ofertă, oricine îți devine +1. Până și excursionista care vorbește 5 limbi și e la fel de plictisitoare în toate. 1+1 la KFC.
Talking about the same royalties which I've never gotten. So, Mr. Chair, through you, this is a huge loss to the local economic development, because the second schedule of the Mineral Act specifies how you are supposed to distribute and how you are supposed to collect it. You have licensed dealers who are supposed to remit this money, and then you distribute it to even to Kasanda. Mr. Chair, even our people are grappling with poverty, yet their land are being depleted through mining. So would we guide why maybe this the practice has not been, the law has not been followed the latter? Was it an omission by design? Why, what was the intention? Local governments are grappling with local revenue. They are failing even to have fuel to move and go and monitor PDM that the government has injected in. Yet our local revenue is lost. Mr. Chair, the government here, we are losing NTR, non-tax revenue.
Honorable James, kindly let them provide us the list, and kindly we need it now, because that is a matter that you can easily produce now in this meeting, so that we quickly solve that. He is identifying, he's saying from your statement and in this report, it looks like the 8.5 is going to Chitagwenda and Kamwenge. He's asking about the iron ore minerals. What is going to happen? What is going to happen to them? Kasanda and the other Naingo, Buhweju, and even Busia. So we need to know how you're sharing these mineral royalties. I was sponsored to go to Tanzania by your ministry. And what we met there was a very big lesson. When somebody sells their gold markets where there are people mining, when you sell gold, the Tanzanian Revenue Authority money is deducted. The town council royalties are deducted there and then. There and then. And at the end of the month, the town council or the district knows that this is what is due to us. Now, for you, you're collecting it at the ministry, and the way you're distributing it, we need to be convinced that it's a proper one.
So, Honorable Chair.
I just want her to confirm to you.
Honorable Chair, indeed, arising from that benchmarking with Tanzania, we are now setting up mineral markets starting this financial year, and we've identified some initial locations for both mineral markets and then the buying centers near the mines, so that we are able to apply a similar model to improve on our revenue collection, but also royalties. So mineral markets this financial year, and it is supported in the budget. We've already identified a location in Entebbe, Busia, but also Kasanda and in Tungamo as the pilots for the mineral markets. So there will be improvement in royalty collection. But we have been collecting royalties, and we will provide the schedule. Every month we pay out. What has come in, we pay out. And that schedule will demonstrate the royalties we've paid out for that period, but also for the last financial year.
You pay out to who?
We pay out to the different receiving parties according to the Act. We pay out to the districts, but also the landowners.
I'll just give an example. There are different minerals in Uganda. James was talking about iron ore. Can we say that you have paid some royalties to Kanungu about their iron ore?
Yes, we have. And we are going to provide the schedule. We've been paying out, and we have. There will be some companies that we continue to demand some remittances, but those that have remitted, we have. Let's provide the schedule.
Can they provide the schedule?
Yes.
So, Honorable Kabelo, let's move to another. Yes, yes.
I just wanted the accounting officer to confirm that what she's going to submit to you will cover the whole country, because even me in Bulisa, I want to know what we get if there is any. Yeah, we are interested. So that's what I want you to confirm.
Okay. Honorable Chair, of course you're aware that for gold there is a policy around the gold royalty that we are still resolving with the executive in cabinet. Yes.
I am not aware.
For gold, the executive had guided us to first drive the mineral market to bring transparency to gold trading, and then we can start collecting those royalties. Right now we are not collecting any royalties on gold. And allow me invite the acting commissioner.
We beg your pardon. Okay, acting commissioner, come in and tell us how you came to break the law. Yeah, you broke the law because the executive convinced you to work against the law.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members. Through my peers, I would like to submit that
First of all, before the gold, allow me just to clarify on the issue of royalties. Now, the law provides that once we collect royalties for the different categories of minerals that we have, we distribute them. 70% is retained in the treasury, 15% goes to the district local government, 10% goes to the sub-county or town council, whichever the case may be, and then 5% goes to the landowner. Now, for most of the districts, especially mineral-rich districts, like for example, you rightly said, like Moroto, like Kanungu, like so many districts, we fairly mapped out the landowners, and once this money comes, it's remitted directly to the different beneficiaries. However, what the Auditor General noted here was that there was some balance. This account particularly is in Bank of Uganda, it's not in the ministry. So our role is to identify the beneficiaries. For the district, it's so easy because you go to the district, the cow submits this information. The sub-county is also very easy. There are always no balances for those. But the landowners, they have to provide evidence that they've surveyed their land, they have acquired titles, and the cow must confirm that information is correct, and then they submit their account numbers. Those account numbers are the ones submit to Bank of Uganda to process the payments.
Honorable Frederick, so, may I know what is going on, sir? Everything is okay. Can you, JB, find a seat for Honorable Angura? I don't want him to sit behind. Quickly, you can surrender your chair, and the member is comfortably seated properly. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Chair. So this particular balance for Chitagwenda and Kamwenge, if you recall, Chitagwenda was carved out of Kamwenge, so there were some bit of issues on how to share this, but like the PS has said, that has been resolved and this can be dispatched so easily. The challenge now we have is with this 400 million, because we have even identified, we have worked with the mineral dealers, identified the people who purport to be the landowners, but they still have to go through the surveying process, they have to title the land, and they are,
how much royalties have been paid to Kasanda, Mr. Commissioner?
Chair, like the PS has said, you can provide a schedule. We pay this every month, so I don't have the exact figure.
How about Kanungu?
Kanungu gets a lot of royalties, especially from iron ore.
How about Bulisa?
Bulisa, there is no mining activity there now, so they are not. Busia also gets a lot of royalties.
Royalties given to them.
But Busia is largely gold. Which royalties are you giving when you said you have gold?
Chair, Chair, I wanted to request you to, we need time to interact on this matter, because when you look at the 23rd July government paper, New Vision, it reported that Uganda has gotten an increase in revenue earnings from gold up to 3.02 trillion from 1.8 in 2005. Mr. Chair, that huge business, the executive waived the loyalties. We need also the commitment from the accounting officer where it was veered to you. Do you have a circular saying that you don't charge loyalties on gold, which is the highly no, this is the cash cow we have. This is the cash cow we have. So that one we need to also find if there is a circular from the government on that matter.
Thank you, Madam P.S. Gold is the number one foreign exchange earner in this country.
Really?
And when you claim that gold is, you don't charge collect royalties on gold, we need a circular from the executive, as you claim, that waves off gold on that. And what does that mean? Where in this country we have the oil roads, why were they constructed? Because of the oil in Hoima. But districts where gold is being mined, they are living in with the poverty, with the poor roads, poor health care system, poor everything. You come to Kasanda if you don't know. Come and see what is going on in Kasanda. How can we come here and sit here and hear that gold has been waived off from collection of royalties? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, through you, can I request that since we have this team for the next 3 days, next week, since we have this team for the next 3 days, in the course of next week, can they come with that schedule? How the royalties have been distributed in various.
I requested that now. They are going to give it to me now.
Thank you.
Not next week. Yeah, yes, Afande.
Chair, I'm part of the executive, so I can't come here to contradict. But since we would wish to see things improve, it would be good to hear how far the relevant department, is it the one of minerals, how you are informing us, what technical input are you making to us, the executive, so that we don't clash with the politicians.
But General Masco, then you're going to make life very complicated for me. Because if you're part of the executive and you are here to put the executive to account, we are going to have a very big problem. So for the time you're here in Public Accounts Committee, please accept to be a member of Parliament. And you work on behalf of Parliament. Because these are the executive now. Now, if you're this side of ours, then we might miss the questions. But I think you've guided very well.
You know I am representing the executive in the Parliament.
Yeah, representing UPDF. Thank you so much, Honorable General Masiko. But he's raising something that when executive wishes something, how do you advise the executive? Is there a letter? You know, I need a letter that Honorable Kaberuka asked, where the executive is waiving collection of taxes on gold.
No, royalties, not taxes.
I mean, the law talks about taxes, talks about royalties from all minerals.
So for taxes, we are levying taxes. We are collecting $200 per kilogram. That levy exists. URA is collecting it. It is only royalties that was still under review. And in line with General Masiko's guidance, indeed, one of the commitments we made as the technical ministry is to bring transparency to the gold trading. And that's why we are putting in place these mineral markets, and we'll go back to Cabinet to demonstrate the level of transparency we've brought for them to see that collection of this royalty can continue. So that engagement, and in line with General Masiko's guidance, is what we are taking. But the taxes are being collected, just for the record.
Madam PS, just hold on 1 minute about the mineral markets. You know, every financial year since 2018, we've received information that money for mineral markets has been found. Every financial year. Why is it so slow to actualize?
Honorable Chair, and we can go into the previous budgets, we never received money for mineral markets. It's this year that we've started a specific project to develop the mineral markets, and funding has been provided this financial year.
Honorable Kaberuka, now I want you to move away, because you're my investigator on this one. I want you to move away from that and go to the next query.
Okay.
Move to the next query.
Much obliged, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I want us to go to page 8 on the same report. 2.13. Yes.
Page 8. Auditor General's report.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, the laws of Uganda give the accounting officer the authority and the latitude to plan, because, Mr. Chair, procurement is the clearing house of, actually is the one that actualizes our manifesto as a government. My worry is about 80% of the procurement you made was not planned. I want you to explain to us, to this committee, why did you not follow the procurement procedures?
Thank you, Honorable Kaberuka. This particular, we are currently operating what we, oh yes, for the book we shall go to page 13.
18.
13.
Tezio Grand Summer Sale. The Weekend Selection. Un secret prea bun ca să-l ții pentru tine. Descoperă ofertele în magazine și pe tezio.ro.
Yes. So, Honorable Chair, now we, and head procurement will come in after. We are among the ministries that were pioneered on the electronic government procurement portal, where we undertake our procurements and where the procurement plan for the annual year is implemented. Now you'll find the bulk of our donor-funded projects are not able to be accommodated for now, although we are aware Accountant General is rectifying a number of issues with the EGP, are unable to be undertaken on this portal. So these 80% procurements, it's not that they were not in our annual work plan and policy statement, but the procurement plan as executed on the electronic government portal. I will invite the head of procurement to just supplement on this particular aspect briefly. Mr. Abwayo.
Thank you, Madam Accounting Officer. But I want to maybe correct the record that it is not unplanned but unimplemented. The
I'll
item
come
is
to that.
Okay. So the so-called 80% that was unimplemented was actually being implemented at the time of audit. These are 80% of this, of the procurement plan was donor funded, and the donor funded projects require a very lengthy procurement process that involves the approvals by the donors and so on and so forth. So these were still under implementation, and actually there is nothing that was unimplemented. So the audit actually was specific to 20% of the government of Uganda funded projects, and these were also implemented to date. So there is nothing that was unimplemented under this.
Chair, the gentleman in charge of procurement,
The head.
knows well that they planned to procure an equivalent of 874.02 billion in the projects to support Uganda. And you initiated, out of that, you initiated procurements of 182 billion, which was 21%. And out of initiated, you implemented 3% of the total. Check your book. Which means, Mr. Chair, out of the total plan, we implemented 3% of the plan.
This is not true, Chair. Through you, Chair, and through my accounting office.
Chairman, are you disagreeing with the Auditor General? Is
You
it
know,
the first time you're interacting with this report?
it has a lot. There are so many factors that come into play when it comes to this.
Did you interact with the Auditor General when they came to your office?
Yes, we did.
Did you explain that the things that come into play?
Yes, we did.
So is it true that only 14% of the procurements you initiated
We are awarded.
were awarded, and only 3% of the procurements were...
Mr. Chair, he is aware that out of 874 billion, only 26 billion were initiated out of 874 billion, 182 billion was initiated. And out of 182 billion, only 26 billion was awarded.
So what happened? The rest of the money?
Yeah, you find that, Honorable Chair, most of these monies, most of our procurements actually multi-year. So what they're referring to here, yes, what they're referring to here is the money of the new procurements or the procurements that were implemented within that very year that were paid off. And this comes to also the issue of funding. I think...
Chair, in 2.11, Chair, 2.11. What? Yes. The management, there is a query as far as failure to prepare a multi-year procurement plan. And yet you are saying it is a multi-year. Which one is which now?
Okay. Yeah, Honorable Chair, on this one, the fact that we did not have a multi-year procurement plan in place does not mean that we do not have multi-year activities. And why it is like this is also explained here. The issue here is that we are required to plan and implement our activities.
No, what you are saying, you have
Yes.
said it is like this because you are running on a multi-year.
Yes.
Yet one of the queries being raised by the Auditor General is for your failure to prepare a multi-year procurement plans. So which one is which?
You check on 1.1.
Yes, I've seen it, and that's what I'm trying to answer.
So we are going to put you on oath, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because you look like you want to go in a direction of lying to this committee. Is that what you want?
No, Honorable.
Why don't you tell us the truth and we move? Because now it looks like you're seeing these things for the first time.
Honorable, I've seen these things. And
Because if a matter comes into the Auditor General's report, we expect that the auditor came to you, interacted with you, had you even have an exit meeting, okay? And now he has the figures that you're challenging on this table. That's what you're trying to do.
Chair, my brother here, through you and the accounting officer, your department and sister departments of procurement are ones which need now to stop sleeping. So that's my advice from where I sit. You need it really going forward. There is a lot of non-functionality, and please, you say you are now going to listen to the new directive of no more sleep.
Mr. Chair, I want to ask my brother to listen to the chair. Don't import lies to this committee. You are saying that donor funds were off EGP. Were they in the plan?
Yes.
You know something to do with GPP?
EGP?
GPP?
GPP, I know it.
Very good. Did you supply those projects on that GPP?
Yes.
Do you have that plan?
Yes, I have it.
So what, did you show it to the Auditor General?
Yes, they saw it.
But he's saying you are claiming that they were off, 80% were off EGP.
Yes.
So did he see them that were off EGP?
Yes, because the donor funded projects are also audited separately, and they were audited prior to.
Audited by who?
By Auditor General. So they saw it, and they were off EGP.
Honorable Kaberuka, auditor, pick the microphone. Auditor, the laws only allow you to audit what is on EGP system.
Thank you, Chair and members. No. Chair, I wanted to refer to a comment in our report.
First answer my question, sir.
No, Chair.
So it implies that even something that is not on EGP system, you're mandated to audit it.
Yes, Chair.
So you agree that it is not an excuse to say that because the matter was not on the EGP system, therefore we never audited it.
Yes, Chair.
Please add on your explanation.
Chair, I was saying I wanted to refer to Auditor General's report, page 9. There is a paragraph after the management explanation on the issue being discussed, where we note that although management explained, page 9 of the Auditor General's report.
Paragraph 3.
In the yellow book is page 12. The issue is 2.1.3. The page 12 in the yellow book, and is the last paragraph on page 12 of the yellow book. So we are noting that although management explained that 80% of the procurements were conducted and completed off the EGP system, the procurements referred to in the request submitted to Accountant General for approval were not included in the annual plan for the financial year we audited. So we didn't include this in our analysis. So we took that out.
You have 874 billion. 874 billion in your ministry. You choose only to go through, you know, the formal government, you know why government put up these procurement systems? Is to ensure that money is utilized properly. You choose only to procure in the work plan only 26 billion. How did you operate with the rest of the money?
Honorable Chair, I know that the bulk of these procurements were donor-funded procurements, where we even write to Accountant General and we request him to allow us go off the system because of the challenges of the system. Can we provide that detail?
You provided the same to the auditor?
We did. They do refer to the submissions to Accountant General.
Yes. The auditor was with you, and you had the chance to present that. I'm sure auditor does not hate this ministry. They would have taken note that, you know, these were international procurements, like you claim. And they would have taken, I think it would be only proper for the auditor to do that. Now you want to give us the information, start the auditing now?
Because you will note that they even refer to our requests to Accountant General for approval. You know, because we'd never move in that implementation without Accountant General's approval. So can we clarify further?
One man.
The clarification is, the opportunity for clarification is here now. Because
man,
when you say you want to clarify further, I have given the opportunity to clarify.
Chair, a man called Makibe said, I know what is legal, but not what is right. Something might seem to be right, but legally wrong. You are supposed, so are you saying that donor-funded projects are not supposed to be planned for?
No, they were.
You wait. Are they not supposed to be planned for? You are well aware that even when you are requesting for a loan in government, in parliament, it must be having a work plan. The supporting documents that we ask you, make it fit to be in a procurement plan. Because it is a procurement that converts budgets into services, and that's what we aspire for as NRM government. I'm wondering who these people work for. Because if you are working for the government of Uganda, we ought to dispose of and actually clear for the services. That's the one that we hinge on as a government, even seek mandate. So when you say we are, the Auditor General, you tell the Auditor General that had not been planned for, that puts me in a very serious situation, and I feel that somebody is sleeping on the job. Do you appreciate it?
From my understanding of our procurement plan and the approval, we align the procurement plan to the approved ministerial policy statement.
Absolutely.
And this has to be in the work plan.
Very good.
And that is the guidance that I give time and again, even to my procurement team. So 80% being out of the plan would have to cross-check. No. It was in the plan, but not on
Mr.
EGP.
Clark. Mr. Clark?
He has said.
No.
No.
Confirm that they submitted the procurement plan for the ministry. Did they submit the procurement? I had requested that we get the procurement plans and the procurement reports, because the report has a plan, not so? We need, Edson, you need to look at that critically. Where's Kalembe? Where's Justin? You need to look at their procurement reports, because this is very serious. Then how do you implement the projects when you have 874 billion, you initiate 182 billion? That's what you initiate. And even when you initiate 182 billion, you're only able to award 26 billion. What happens to the rest of the services? How do you move around it? Madam PS, do you use force on account to implement the rest? What happens?
No, it's not force on account. It is that was procured off the electronic government portal, and we will provide that list.
Thank you so much, Chair. Apologies, I was late. Chair, on this very matter, because this is something so crucial, if at all, even at the submission for all to be cleared by the auditor, by the accountant general, even this the contents that were left out were not part of what they submitted. So we are seeing that probably.
Asigurare pentru locuință? Mai bine acum. Află mai multe.
What you need, like,
o viață mai bună împreună. Unica.
The procurements were conducted and completed of the EGP system. Handling of EGP system is occurring. Then the second one, the procurements referred to in the request submitted to Accountant General for approval were not included in the annual work work plan. Why? Why are we having that exclusion? Even you are submitting to Accountant General for clearance, again you don't do so. This is your management response. I've read verbally.
Honorable Anthony, please come in.
Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chairman, the explanation which is being given by the auditor is being emphasized by the accounting officer. But we need to look at what they tried to do. They initiated 182 billion and we are only able to award 26 billion. What happened to the difference between 182 and 26 billion? Why didn't it go through the procurement process up to the end? That is number one. Number two, procurement in Uganda is undertaken under PPDA Act with the attendant regulations of PPDA. If 20% was done under PPDA and 80% was done outside PPDA, do they have any other law or regulation that guides them to manage that 80%?
Let me have Angura, then you respond.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, to me, I think we are talking of a performance problem. When you talk of 21%, and even that 21% you don't achieve it, I think there's a problem. My brother, Mr. Bwayo, there's a lot that you need really to do as far as aligning your procurements are concerned. But also, Chair, we are seated here because of three key roles that we perform as members of Parliament in relation to appropriation. And appropriation guides us on what is your work plan, what is your recruitment plan, what is your procurement plan. The moment those are not linked, it becomes accountability issues. So focus on those key responsibilities and relate them to the resources that we appropriated to you. And this meeting would easily take 10 minutes if we are aligned to that. But now your roles are a performance issue. I don't know how you would rate yourself at this 21%.
Yes.
Let me first allow head procurement to come in, then I will come in.
And Mr. Boy, kindly tell us what happened. How did you use the money now that it cannot be seen in the procurement system? How did you get the services?
Thank you, Chair. I'll first start by saying that the 80% is donor funded, specifically electricity access scalar project, which was conducted outside the EGP system. That's the first one. The second one is with the 182 billion. You know, there is one thing planning and the other one implementing. And our implementation and award is based on the funds released by Ministry of Finance. Now, these, you'll find that actually we planned according to the budgets and so on, but at the time of implementation, because the accounting officer is prohibited from signing any contract without money or funds.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, Honorable.
I told you don't lie, and you accepted that you're not going to lie.
I'll not.
Remember, you were here, and the auditor reported that you have a 24 billion, 29 billion, that you don't know how you used it. You remember? Yes. From Honorable Masawa's query. You don't know how you used it. Honorable Frederick Angura has clearly told you, you should be saying that my work plan was this. I failed because of this. You know, we are bigger politicians than you. When you go politics, you will not manage us. Why? We are bigger politicians here. So stick to the work plan. We need to know why you initiated 182. Okay? You've said it is because the other bigger money was from donor funding. That one, you have shoot at it. Then the 182. Why 26 only? Then you cannot go to say it is because of money, that money has not come in. When we have 29 billion, we are not seeing. When we had 151 billion, we couldn't see among the things you procured. Because I think among the work plans, among the things you have to do, is to make those procurements for the assets. Now, there is no way you're going to tell us that you bought the assets. This man was saying it was fictitious, and now is proving it right. You cannot say you bought those assets when you had only procurements of 26 billion. And there you had 171 billion.
Yeah, there's even a debt of 71 billion.
Even 71 billion, that is also fictitious. So, you have spent 241 billion on one hand. You cannot show how you procured the services. And kindly take these matters a bit more serious than the way you're trying to handle. You'll make us make a bad recommendation.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you for this opportunity, Honorable Chair. Before he responds, I think he also needs to give us information about the 80% which they are saying is donor-funded projects. Don't we plan for the donor-funded projects? Do they just fall like manna from heaven? Honorable Chair, we need to have that plan also. If they say it is not captured on the EGP, at least it is captured on some piece of paper. Let them submit to us the piece of paper which they have, which they should have submitted to the auditor, and they did not at the time.
Thank you.
And interestingly, Honorable Chair, they said this is for electricity distribution access, and this is the problem that the whole country is grappling with, including my district. And yours, Honorable Chair, I was told in the mining areas of Kasanda, Honorable Chair, that the people who are operating small businesses there pay, is it 3,000 per a light like this to serve them on a daily basis. So you can imagine how much money they lose in paying for that, and those who cannot raise that money cannot work extra hours. So, Honorable Chair, we need to have accountability of that 80%.
Madam PS, you are aware that my line in Kasanda has been down since you closed the REA. And you've always said procurement since 2018. And here we are. The man is sleeping on the job like a general said. The man who is supposed to do procurement is sleeping on job. But all these members, their constituencies have not been served. There is, you are aware that we are paying about 29 billion in deemed energy? Is it more than that? Not anymore? Don't lie, sir. Don't lie. We are paying a lot of money for electricity that has not been utilized. For you, you're supposed to do the procurements to supply the electricity. Geno said you're sleeping on the job, and they need to wake up.
What I wanted actually to advise when I hear the debate, things are in this office, that office. The new spirit should be, once you communicate, this person is not in heaven. You are supposed to work as one government. This excuse of saying it's the other department which let us down, really we need to start disabusing ourselves of that. And if we do that, we shall not be having many queries. Because the accountant general lives on Kampala Road. You find Ministry of Energy is on Kampala Road. Why can't we talk to one another?
Thank you. Yeah. Something is not adding up. Because how do you talk of awarding only 26 billion when the purchase of only property was at 171 billion? Should we call the other one not procurement?
171 alone is 240 because you'd get 171 plus the 71.
Plus the 71.
This is about 240 something billion.
So how did you
So how
acquire
did you get those assets?
The other assets.
Mr. Bwai.
Yeah, you know, we also have already running contracts that are in process, and they were not captured under the procurement plan. For example, we have some projects which are funded under government of Uganda. Some of this money which is appropriate to the ministry also goes there, and those will not be captured under the procurement plan, the financial year that is under review. So that will also contribute.
Auditor, please come in, and this man is saying the reason why you didn't see these things, it is because you only saw 26 billion. You're saying that it is because there are other what?
Yeah, there are so many factors here that if you unpack them, you realize that actually probably there is no problem. And one of them is also the releases. It is rare that we get the funds under the budget fully. So what we engage here is what we have received. So the contract
you received only 26 billion in that financial year.
I cannot be sure, but you know, not all the money that is received goes into.
Please answer my question. You procured 26 billion. Is that what you received?
I am not so sure how much you received.
How did you spend the 241 billion without procurement? Answer the question.
Chair, before he proceeds, for example, under capital development, the approved budget was 176.6, then it was revised to 189.2. Amount warranted 189.05. So the entire amount was warranted, the entire amount for procurement under capital development. All of it was given to. So you're saying they don't release all the money, the releases, but you warranted 189. So how is that possible?
Auditor, please come in on that one.
Thank you, Chair and members. Chair, I think what I'm getting from the entity is that maybe there's some information which they didn't give to us, because it's talking about procurements which are coming from previous years. We have an issue raised on the multi-year procurement plan, which is not there. So I think there is something more, because he's saying there are complex things around the planning and the procurements. But for us, I think we only assess the plan for that year, which was the 874 billion.
Thank you, Mr. Bwai. You first answer the question. 180 what? 89 was warranted. Was it not released? Just back up your answer, saying that sometimes there are no releases.
Yeah, I think that is not within my jurisdiction to answer how much money was warranted. But I can only answer on the issue of procurement, Chair.
Chair, that's not proper, because all capital development money largely go through procurement. So you can't say that you are not.
But you see, I've already explained that there are some.
How long have you been a procurement officer?
So about 20 years now.
20 years. You've served in how many ministries?
Quite a number.
Please mention them.
I've served in the Ministry of Finance,
yes,
Government, served in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation.
So you know exactly how things move?
Yes, I know.
Very well.
Yes, please.
That money that was warranted for procurement passes through procurement, right?
Yes, Chair.
You know that?
Yes, I do.
Why are you then giving an excuse that sometimes there are no releases?
Chair, but that remains the fact that sometimes the releases are not.
Yes, I am going to stop listening to that gentleman because he's hell bent at not respecting this committee. What he's doing is disrespecting my committee here.
I am very sorry, Honorable Chair.
Chair,
Honorable Chair, allow us provide, first of all, apologies for that misconduct. conduct. Wayo, please allow us provide the procurement plans and the details so that we are able to clarify this further.
Alan?
Chair, mine was to give some history about this loan. We were rushed when I was in the Committee of the National Economy to make sure we provide this electricity access money. I remember they even took us to and one of the conditions for acquiring the loan was the procurement plan. They didn't present it and promised that that procurement plan will be availed. I'm surprised even now in the Accountability Committee, it is still the problem. Now, being a beneficiary of that project, I'm surprised that we have not utilized these monies because I'm supposed to benefit in one of the technical schools, Kirama Technical
Your
School.
constituency.
My constituency, yes, is supposed to benefit. And a health center in Avogera, which Total gave us some ECG machines, but we don't have power. So this money we are even paying interest by now, but we are the user. We are not benefiting as a country from this money. So I'm really surprised we are this far. Thank you.
Yes.
The contribution I wanted to make.
Honorable Chair, and tomorrow we have an entire session on the electricity access scale-up project in the morning. Can we clarify on many of those issues tomorrow?
That will be a project, and these are matters of procurement. When we reach there, we are not going to go back at how you're handling your procurements in the ministry. But I think we've picked enough information as far as you're handling procurement. Boy, I'm so disappointed with that level of experience. At least I should have expected you to give more clear cut-out answers on why there was poor performance on the resources. Now, PS, money sent out for procurement, 189 billion. You're able to use only 26. What happened to the balance? What happened? How do you handle? How do you move?
To the detail of this, I will invite head accounts, but we need to look at this variance.
I-am făcut durdulii de la Matache și au ajuns în raiul cârnaților groși. 3 părți jambon, o parte grăsimioară, usturoi, piper și un pic de băiat. Pentru durdulii, la Matache vii.
Without procurement. How did you achieve that? We just need that science, because that is something that we need to learn as Parliament. The money was spent, evidence is there. But you do not never procured.
Chair, allow us to provide further clarification on this, please.
But you know, this morning PS have been in that. I've been allowing you. Now these members are going to accuse me of conniving with you because I've been allowing everything you're requesting.
It is related to the earlier request. It's the detail that we have to go to and provide further clarification.
Now, would you want then now to pull off the entire, because for every query, that we ask, you want to withdraw?
Yes, Chair.
Yes.
Chair, now that you made a mistake from the very beginning to allow,
yes.
I think you had just better allow, let them go and prepare. They will not escape the scrutiny that we have already started.
Chair, let me ask something. We are saying allowing. Are we going to have a new...
Hold on, Honorable Wanyama. Honorable Angula.